How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I'm Will. I am in Oyster Bay on Long Island, and it's the middle of January. That can mean only one thing, that I am herring fishing. If you followed along, you know I have gotten skunked for 2 seasons. About 2 years ago, it's my first time herring fishing, and I hit it a little bit late in the season, so they had already done their run and they were gone. And then last year I was actually stuck in the house with COVID, so I missed out on the run once again. This year, I am happy to say I got them. I got them yesterday. I went down to the South Shore. I heard that they were catching down there, so obviously if I heard they were catching down there, so did everyone. There were about, 30 people, 35 people on the dock, shoulder to shoulder, and right as soon as the tide turned and the sun went down, we started catching. And I got about 7 of them. Right now I'm going to fish on the North Shore, just try to pad it a little bit, because the majority of them I'm going to take and pickle, which I've done before on the channel. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link to that episode at the end of this episode for the pickled herring from 2 years ago. But I'm going to save some of the big ones, and I think we're going to stuff them and treat them like a sardine and do something. It's called Sardi de Benefico. It's a stuffed sardine. It's a really lovely recipe, and I'm going to get to fish, and hopefully I get a couple more, but it's looking scarce on the North Shore. But we'll see. Once I get cold enough, we'll go back to the house and cook. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Atlantic herring, they are a lot like a sardine, and that's why I'm going to treat it just like a sardine. They are a beautifully oily fish. And they do one run in the wintertime. Sometimes they show up in November, sometimes December. This year they were very late. They haven't shown up here on the North Shore yet, but the South Shore has been pretty good. But I'm hoping to pick off 1 or 2 right now, but I'm gonna give it a couple of casts, and then we're gonna get in the kitchen. Of course, they said yesterday they smashed them. Yeah, that's why. Oh, yeah, yesterday. Should have been here yesterday. That was dude down there's exact words. I was like, how was he? Because he should have been here yesterday. Yeah, it's the most said thing in fishing. You on? Yeah, man. So at the dock, I gutted these guys. So took the gills out, gutted them, as you can see, and then put them on ice for a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is butterfly them. There we go. And we'll take out that center right there. Beautiful. All right, so for our stuffing, I have pistachios, some dates, breadcrumbs, oregano, butter. Of course, we're going to use Kerrygold, and a Valencia orange, and then, of course, my beautiful, beautiful herring. I mean, it's an amazing fish. Yeah, really amazing pickled. Like I said, check out that other recipe. This one, we're gonna go really, really simple. So I'm gonna chop up the pistachios and the dates, and then we'll move over to the oven. For good measure, we'll throw in a little bit of chopped garlic. Breadcrumbs. You want it somewhere in between, not too wet, not too dry, but right in the middle. That looks good. I'll add a little bit of my oregano. Turn off the heat. There you go, we have our filling. Okay, now really simple. I just have a oven safe dish here. Put a little bit of olive oil in there. And then we're gonna lightly salt and pepper the inside of our butterflied herring. And now, the tricky part, rolling them up. There we go. And that goes right into our dish over here. And we put just a little bit of our stuffing on top. And a little drizzle of olive oil on top. Okay, now that is going into an oven, 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And I mispronounced the name of that earlier. It's beccafico, Beccafico. So it's usually done with sardines. The herring are so close to the sardines, I figured why not. And it's usually done with pine nuts and raisins, but we use dates and pistachios, so it should be interesting. So I'm going to throw this in the oven. All right, so we have our finished stuffed herring. My mother loves herring. This is Mama Clams, if you're not aware. All right, I don't think you'll need a knife.
All right, well, it's very artistic.
Definitely
nice.
don't need a knife.
It looks beautiful. It looks tempting, I should say, in addition to being beautiful.
You're gonna love this. That's good. So the saltiness from the pistachios were salted. That's another thing. So that's why I didn't put any salt in the breading when I made it, and also the butter is salted. So all the salt in the breading came from the pistachio. The orange brightened it up, and then that sweetness from the dates along with the saltiness.
It's delicious. All this beautiful grapefruit,
Orange,
that you have decorating, I wouldn't mind squirting some of it.
There you go.
Yeah. I think that would just give it more zest.
Let's go. I actually had that cut for that reason and forgot about it, so thank you.
You're welcome.
See?
Yeah. Definitely a plus. Very nice. Good job, Will.
Not fishy.
No.
No.
Not fishy at all.
Herring, that's, a lot of people use them as only bait. That's it. And it's one of those things where it's a poverty food, you know. The lower class eat herring. Well, it's delicious, and I would eat this all day. And I finally got the skunk off. I finally got him. After 2 seasons of missing him, I finally got him. All right.
The pistachio nuts, nice crunch,
Yeah.
along with the smoothness of the stuffing. Yeah.
This is a
Very
winner.
nice. Another winner.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along on this adventure and suffering with me throughout this herring run. I finally got him. I'm going to go back out there actually tomorrow and try to catch more. Maybe we'll get to do another recipe. But either way, I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you. Yeah, it was good.